Techniques. Now, this is a brand that only we have here at QVC. You're going to get a set of these stainless steel barbecue skewers with the push-off slider. Now, these are long.
Yes.
These are really, really long skewers.
Correct. So 21 total inches, but almost 16 inches of area to put food on.
Wow.
And the key to these, Alberti, is now you can not only fit a lot of food, but your food is not going to spin. Because why? There's 2 tines on the skewer as opposed to a single tine skewer. And if you look here, this food pusher is not just a food pusher, it's a loading platform. So anytime you've ever tried to put food on a skewer, it's always been a challenge. Well, now you can load the food and lower this platform, and it keeps the tines perfectly separated. So when you go to grill, okay, 2 things. 1, food does not spin. So check this out. Look at this. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 12 hot dogs. I can lift up, and guess what? Check this out.
That's genius.
Turn them over. So that means every hot dog cooks at the same rate. But here's the other thing. The length of these allows me to cook the food and then keep the cool silicone handle off of the heat.
Oh, yeah, these are fantastic.
So that means efficient, easy, and better cooking results. I'm going to tell you, we just started selling these this year here under the exclusive brand here, Technique.
Wait, and then show us how it works, right? So here's the ejector.
Yeah, so the food pusher, so now that's food's hot, so you don't want to touch it. Guess what? Check this out. Watch. I can push all of these hot dogs controlled off of the skewer.
That's wild.
Onto this platter. And notice how food's not flying. Think about traditional skewers. You're taking a fork, you're shoving the food, it goes flying off.
Or like you're cutting through the meat to just get it off the skewer to begin with many times,
This
right?
makes it so much easier, and that dual tine allows you to get the food on there so it doesn't spin.
And if you've ever burned your hand on the end of a skewer, you'll buy these instantly. Here's what I will tell you. Every single time these have been on air, they've been $24 or more. Today, we have them for you for the very first time at less than $20. It's the only order of the year, and it's the very first day that you're seeing it at this low price. Of course, many of you are picking up more than one set. That makes a lot of sense because I need more than 3. I need at least 6 or 9 of these in my house.
That's right.
So pick them up today for that $6 and change easy pay. K310-3440 item number. And trust me, they'll be the last skewers that you ever have to buy. Yeah. Honestly.
So whether you have the big gas grill, maybe you have one of the smaller electric grills. This is what I love about them because over here, I just want to show you this.
Yes,
I want
please.
to grab these. Imagine, think of the wooden skewers you buy. If you don't soak them, they catch on fire. They get burnt. And look how small these are and how little amounts of food.
How many times have you ever had these get stuck in your food and you have to like try and pull it out?
Splinters in your food.
Yeah, exactly.
With these, you have stainless steel, which is dishwasher safe, heat safe, and then that extra long skewer. Look at all the food I'm fitting on this. And then look at how I can easily manage and flip an entire skewer and the food is not spinning around. So everything cooks the exact same way. So many of those skewers, the food starts spinning. You got to get tongs. With this, I can use my hand because the handle stays off the heat. Bring this over the platter, and I don't have to touch that hot food. Guess what? I want to serve that to my guest, and I want to maintain that beautiful skewer look. Well, check this out. I can keep the skewer in its order so it looks pretty too on the plate. That's what makes this pusher so
Now, when I
genius.
want to clean them, do I just throw them in the dishwasher?
Dishwasher, right in the top shelf. Lay them right on the top shelf next to your glasses.
I want to also show you the handle is also ergonomically designed. I mean, like, that's kind of wild. It's ergonomically designed. Now, what you're going to do, instead of just pushing, what you're going to do is you're going to actually be pulling the skewer.
Exactly,
right? That's really more the action. You're pulling the skewer to get the food off. Over 500 orders have already been placed. Because I know proteins really get stuck on sometimes to the skewers. Yeah.
And think about this, shrimp. How many times have you gotten a pair of tongs and you're trying to get the shrimp off the grill one at a time? With this, you get the shrimp to cook the same from edge to edge. Every shrimp cooks at the same rate. And then when it's time to take it off, like you said, that ergonomic handle allows you to come over and you're going to serve somebody this. Imagine trying to get off a traditional skewer. Now, with that pusher, like you said, I'm going to just pull the tines back and I can control how the food comes off. Notice how the food's not flying all over the place. That is the genius of the pusher. And once again, the pusher also acts as the loading platform. So when you're going to load the food, instead of the food flying all over the place, you put your food on and lower this gently, keeps these 2 tines that equal distance, so all the food now will keep secure and not spin.
It keeps them perfectly parallel all the way down the line. K310-3440 is your item number. Now, you get 3 colors. You get a black, a navy blue, and a kind of like a maroon aubergine color.
I think it's a crimson red.
Yeah, there you go.
They call that midnight blue.
And then here's the black.
And then you got the black.
Right
there you go.
Here, right? So you don't choose, you get all three of them, and your easy pay is just $6 and change. And what's really nice is the fact that, again, they're dishwasher safe. Everything that you touch is silicone. So where it may get warm, it's never hot.
Exactly.
It doesn't burn you. It's not scorching or scouring you.
Nope.
The skewers themselves are, of course, metal, so they
Stainless,
clean really, really well. Show us over here what you're doing with the sausage.
Here I did the sausage, and again, the sausage is one of those things where you want to cook them at the same time. Instead of scrambling to take one sausage off a time at the grill, I have 7 on here. You could fit about a dozen here. And then when it's time to take them off the grill, once you go to your platter, whatever you're going to put it on, that pusher gives me a nice controlled release of the food. So you plate your food very neatly without making a mess. And here's the other thing. They're long enough, if you're having a fire pit and you want to do s'mores, put a marshmallow on top. Now the kids have a nice handle and a nice long 16 inches of metal here to reach out over the flames or over the coals to roast some marshmallows.
Well, honestly, most traditional skewers are only about this long.
Exactly.
Right, with the little metal curly Q at the end.
Correct.
Over here. Because we gave you this extra, several inches of a handle that is silicone covered and ergonomically made, and that pusher, you get that extra real estate for grabbing.
Correct.
But you don't lose any of it on the skewer itself. What's really nice is the fact that no matter what the protein is, whether it's veggies, maybe it's fish, maybe it's chicken, well over 1,000 orders have been placed. Today you get it home at a sale price, and you're the first ones to see it at that low sale price of $19.98.
This to me is so huge because the skewer is long enough to allow me to cook the food but close the grill. So I don't have extra tools. The handle stays off the heat and stays cool. So I can cook an entire skewer's worth of food, and then all I do is pick it up and neatly use that pusher. Once again, like you said, I actually find it easier to just pull the tines right out. And look at how I plated all of this food. It looks like it was hand placed, but because I have the pusher, it comes out perfectly.
Ricky, how many times have you taken like a fork and you're trying to push the food off like this?
Flying all over the place.
And it's flying everywhere, and it's like landing on the table, never on the plate.
The
No, I know. We've all had that problem before. Today, we're going to give you the opportunity to have an actual solution home that's going to work the best for you. Now, we have it for you on that easy pay of $6 and change. Many people are picking up more than one. It makes a ton of sense. Over 1,500 orders placed. I think about grilling.
Yeah.
It's 4th of July on Friday, right? Like, people are still grilling. We just started summer. Now's your chance to get them home and try them out for yourself. Ricky Roman, always a pleasure to have you.
Alberti, so good
Thank
to
you
see
so much. It's our 4th of July sale.